to you too. There guys. Someone raised their hand. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah, it's a bit broken up, Cole, but we can hear you.
If anyone's got a question for Marcus, I'm just sitting behind his PC, so maybe that's why. Can you hear us, Alex?
Yeah, got you. Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, cool. Anyone have a question then?
I'll fire away, mate. G'day, Marcus. Thanks, Cole. Quick one on Ashton Agar. He mentioned the other night or a couple of nights ago that you'd been helping him sort of walk through opening the batting and some of the ideas that you've learned over the time. Can you share a few insights into what you've been helping him with, and how do you think he's gone over the last couple of innings?
Yeah, I think obviously Ashton's been given an opportunity to open the batting and just to create some depth for us and some options come down the track if need be. And sometimes when you get thrown into that situation and he hasn't done it much before, you feel like you need to, the expectation of everyone on you, you need to get off to a flyer and all that sort of stuff. But pretty much I've just spoken to him and even the skipper and the coaching staff. It's almost just go out there and experience the game out there, understand how it feels to be out in the middle at the start of the innings. You don't need to do anything spectacular. Obviously, he'll want to perform as well as he can, but no judgment from the team, because this is a time where we've got to try things and change things up to a certain extent and look to improve on last year's World Cup and create some options in our squad. And we also understand for him, although he's been one of the best bowlers in 2020 cricket for such a long time, he might, with the balance of the side that we've had, find himself out of the team for a while. So I think it's definitely important for him to have time in the middle when he's playing. He's obviously bowling so well. He's bowled so economically and taken wickets for us in these last two games. But I think it's important for him to spend time in the middle with the bat, because if he's called upon come big games, you don't want to just throw people in the deep end and see if they can swim after not playing for a while. So I think it's important for both his confidence, but then also just to get experience and be ready for the future.
And on your own body, mate, how are your sides? You obviously bowled a little bit in the first part of the series. And also with the amount of cricket you've got coming up, are you going to be able to sneak home to Perth before both Pakistan, IPL, and then potentially Sri Lanka? What's the plan for you personally?
Body's good. Probably didn't expect to bowl the last over in that second game there. But yeah, it's good. It's good to be back bowling. It's not everything's perfect yet, but it's going down the right track, and hopefully I can start putting a bit more energy on the ball soon as well, without sort of feeling a bit nervous about it, apprehensive. And yeah, planning on getting back to Perth after the game tomorrow. So fly Monday. I'll do 7 days in quarantine or in ISO, and then have about a week or 2 weeks of freedom.
Thanks, mate.
You got a say?
Well, sorry, Carl. I didn't know if I was just jumping in or not. Hey, Marcus, hope you're going well, mate. Just what you were saying there about, the importance of trying new things for the team at the moment and giving different guys a run. How does it feel when so many guys come in and perform so well?
I think that's just a great sign for us. I think we've spoken about it, and there's probably 3 different ways our team could go. The team makeup could go. We're playing a lot of all-rounders at the moment, or we could go our 3 big quicks, or we can play 2 spin. And I think we need to find those options because you don't want to get caught off guard coming into big tournaments and being one-dimensional for too long leading into those sort of things. I think we've got a fair idea of the probably 14, 15 players that were something like a World Cup. And I think from there, it's important to use all those 15 players through these. We might have 20, 25, 30 T20 games before the World Cup, but I think it's important to get all those boys in a good position and ready to go and not get too rigid with just playing 11 players, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess being such a unique World Cup cycle as well, obviously a shorter turnaround, what does it do for the confidence to know that people are coming in and can do that job?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I think even seeing guys like Dan Sams come in and bowl really well, and we know what he can do with the bat, and thinking of the options. Even Wadey and I are talking about having Samsy there, then you push guys up a little bit up the order. So there's lots of good options, lots of people that we all feel within our group are ready to go and ready to fire at international level. And I think that's a change for us. I mean, probably you guys as much as anyone know that leading into the World Cup, we probably weren't playing our best cricket. So this is a really nice time to be as a team where we are looking around the change rooms and we've got confidence in every single person that's in there.
100%. And it's such an obvious question, but what does it do, I guess, in terms of a World Cup defence? Like, how does it actually make you feel, to come and to be showing the form that the side is, with different guys coming in? How important is that in terms of the defence?
Yeah, it's always interesting because I think I'm probably as confident as I've been in our group for a long time. But equally, I don't think we're playing that well at the moment. I think there's a lot of things that we can tidy up. So it's an amazing thing that, you can have a great group, but it shows with cricket, everyone has to be on, everyone has to be ready to go and on the actual day. And hopefully we put a more complete performance in, I guess, in this last 2020.
Thanks, Marcus.
Andrew Woo.
Yeah, g'day, Marcus. You mentioned before about how you've got you're giving players more of a go, and quite a few of them are making the most of their opportunities. Josh Inglis being one of them, coming in at number 5 in Steve Smith's absence. I suppose that creates a bit of pressure in that spot. Can you give I suppose just a bit of an assessment on sort of what Steve Smith brings to the T20 side? I know you guys have spoken about playing fearless cricket and having Steve in the side. Does that sort of help you play that fearless cricket, knowing that there's someone there to clean up a mess if it's made?
Yeah, exactly. I think it works on a few different fronts. I think it either gives people confidence that we've got arguably the best player of our generation there to mop things up with the bat if things don't go to plan. It also means that, say, for example, you do lose a couple of wickets in the power play, he slides in and you don't expose someone like myself or Maxi who are there for a different type of role. But equally, I have also played a lot of 2020 cricket with Smudge and even against him in, like you watch Smudge, for example, in the Big Bash, and he's not there to fix it up. He's there to step across his stumps and hit sixes over square leg and hit inside out. So he made a couple of hundreds of 60 balls in one day cricket last 2 years ago, probably against India. So, yeah, so we still know that we don't forget how quickly he can score. But I think his cricket brain, how he understands the game and how he plays a situation in front of him, we can sort of trust that he's doing the right thing that he believes for the team in that situation. So, yeah, it's a multifaceted sort of thing for Smudger. And then even the other day, like, look at his fielding and what he does for the team there and how he can speak to a bowler just to give a different perspective on things. So, yeah, it's a hard one because there's so much that you can't really measure. But, yeah, we definitely value Smudger.
Thanks, Marcus.
Alex Mitchell.
Hey, Marcus, you just said before that you actually don't think the side's playing that well, mate. Sorry, mate, I clicked unmute. Just touching on, you said that you didn't think the side's playing that well. Obviously, you're sort of cruising through the series in a way. What do you think's not clicking that well for you so far in this series in particular?
Yeah, I think we're playing okay, but without putting total performances together. I think there's been times where we've bowled really, really well. Joshy Hazelwood's bowled beautifully. We've had Zamps bowl beautifully. Ash come into the team bowl beautifully. You know, so we're yet to probably put that complete performance together. And then equally with the bat, last night was a good example of us putting a nice partnership together with Maxi and Ingo, which sort of sealed the game and iced the game. But we haven't really been doing that in most of the games. So I think we're just doing it enough. But I also think we're better than what we've showed so far.
Thanks, guys. That looks like that was the last question. So thanks everyone for joining today. Marcus, Stoinis for taking some time out on a Saturday. We'll catch up with you all.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Doyle. Thanks, Paul.